Power creep has been a divisive topic in the Genshin community and I wanted to address my opinion on it. Hello everyone, my name is Kira and today I will talk about power creep in Genshin Impact and what it entails for the future. So without much yapping, let's get right into it. Before we dive deep, what does power creep mean? That rhymed. In simple terms, new unit does more damage and or more viable than old units is what it boils down to. Think of Novelette and Child, Arlecchino and Hu Tao, etc. With that definition out of the way, we can talk about it more in depth. Funny thing, power creep wasn't an issue back in Genshin's earlier days, because ironically the older units were actually performing better than the newer unit. Take Yoimiya and Hu Tao for example. With this was referred to as reverse power creep, where an older unit performs better than a newer unit as an example. Like I said, Yoimiya did less damage than Hu Tao, was very bad to play, even worse than Hu Tao who had gameplay issues and stuff, so yeah. This isn't really an issue anymore. Starting from Samero, all units were either equal in power or later on became more powerful to match their peers. Dea. And in Fontaine is where power creep actually kicked in. We had Clorant power creeping Keqing and arguably Raiden, Navia power creeping Ito, and the list goes on. I will admit the rate of power creep has increased in recent times, but is power creep really an issue? No, not at all. Even the old power crept units I referred to can clear most content easily without much more effort than the newer units. It got to a point where people didn't feel the incentive to pull new units because their old units can already crush all content. This is unlike a certain game where characters get power crept faster than milk expires, just saying. However, there is actually a problem that Genshin is facing and will continue to face moving forward. What I am referring to is locking enemy mechanics behind paywalls. Just look at the Papilla enemy in the current Abyss and the next Abyss Cycle 2 as of recording. This enemy has a massive shield that can only be broken by Night Soul or really frequent attacks. This isn't a problem right now because we have answer to it like Fishul or the Burning reaction, but we could very well get an enemy who can only be answered by having premium 5-star units, and that will be a big problem when it happens. This, along with the ever-increasing HP pools, HP inflation, might mean that at some point the older units will not be able to clear at all. And I think this is what we should direct our attention to. I believe enemy design in Genshin Impact has gotten very lazy recently and it boils down to just having a specific intended character, otherwise you just suffer a lot. Again, this isn't too bad at the moment, but when will we get to a point where it's a problem? Probably in the near future, knowing Hoyo. So I hope they do something about it before it becomes paywall impact. This is also not mentioning another problem, HP inflation, which means that enemy health pools get massive and ridiculous as time goes on, which limits the amount of characters you can really use. I don't wanna dive too deep, because this isn't too bad as HSR HP pools, like, in HSR it increases at a much bigger pace, but it's still something I wanted to mention because it is important. I already went more in depth in the previous section, but I just wanted to have a little section for HP inflation, because I know people are gonna ask. So my opinion on it, it's at a slow enough rate where we just don't really need it, right? And along with that, we get more and more units that just absolutely crush the ceiling recently, so we usually don't have like a problem with it, or if you do, you can just easily catch up with it at some point, so yeah. With all that said and done, what do you think? Will Genshin Power Creep be a problem at some point, or will this the pace too slow for anyone to fall behind? Let me know in the comments. If you got this far, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. I'm a small content creator and appreciate any support. Have a good day or night wherever you are, and bye.